Okay, I think I will go with this loadout. Estelle is now our primary caster and our healer, so congratulations Estelle, you're the new Chloe. And Joshua now has Earth Wall, but he can still cast some other stuff too, some Earth and Time things. Sadly, I didn't have room to give him Deathblow 1, at least not without sacrificing Earth Wall or casting Time or something. It would have been nicer to give Cast 2 to Estelle, but again, I didn't really have room for it. I would have had to sacrifice Aerial or Healing, and since we no longer have White Gehenna, I really want to make sure we have Aerial at least. Of course, everybody gets action, so I think we're ready to go. Let's go through the Chaldea Tunnel. Oh, and we don't have Cloak anymore, so I guess I'd best be wary of enemies. Okay, we have a map. Okay, we do have a map of this place. So, let's see. I'll just go to the dead end first. Treasure chest. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Got a Tira Balm. Nope, still empty. Found Curia Balm. The chest is empty because you removed the contents, you looter. I mean, it was in a cave. Who's storing their valuables in a cave? Another Tira Balm. The chest is empty, like your thieving heart. Yeah, the chests that don't become empty after you open them, you have to have, those are paid DLC, and I decided not to get them. No, not really. That would be silly if they did do something like that, but... let's see, so we go down here. I'm kind of surprised we haven't run into any monsters yet, because I really remember there being some in this place, but... Oh, well there's one. It's a fish! Ah yes, the infamous cave ray, cave fish. Very weak to fire and wind, fast and armed with poisonous fins. Well, it's a good thing I had that poison nullification. Drops fish fillets and fish eggs, and also doesn't seem to be terribly defensive, so... It never even got a chance to poison us. But... Deathblow 2. Reduced to searching empty chests, that's really sad. Yeah, Deathblow 2 is one of those that I just never use. Especially in this game, where you only get 6 slots. Future games had more. Yeah, like, every slot counts, so why would I use one on a one-time item? Oh, is that another fish? It is a... What is this thing? Bubble blower. Okay, it's a crustacean monster living in the darkness. It breathes hypnotic bubbles. It drops a lot of time sepith, which should be good if we need to farm for action quartz. Resistant to water. Weak to fire and wind slightly. Also weak to critical hits. Not quite enough. So it can probably either sleep or confuse us, but it only deals 54 damage, so... That's good. Seems like it'd be a great enemy to get off a hurricane against. Wait, I didn't just... Okay, good. Wanted to make sure I didn't just go back along the same path. Maybe it's the SC version of this dungeon that I'm thinking of that's more populated. Okay. Okay, that looked like it should have been a preemptive, but alright. Another bubble blower and a jet tortoise. Weak against wind, okay. So, let's see. Well, like I said, he doesn't have... White Gehenna anymore. Yeah, sleep. Well, they're both weak against wind, so... How about some good old-fashioned tornadoes? Seriously, how many spells like this can you think of that you can get early on in the game that just keep being useful for the rest of it? It helps that it's the cheapest multi-target spell. Oh, it can cast Earth Guard. At least it's only the single target version. Ironically enough, those bewitching bubbles caused him to wake up from sleep. We'll do a Hellgate. Yeah, I know it won't hit the... Oh, or it could move. That works. Well, I mean, Hellgate doesn't cost too much EP, at least. Yeah, Joshua's going to be the main CP user right now, since he'll be more focused on physical attacks, while Estelle does the magic stuff. Of course, now that we only have two party members, we have to watch ourselves more with these battles. So, sleep, okay. I think I may have to rearrange my equipment a bit.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Let's see. The gladiator headband is just too useful. Wait, do we even have anything that prevents sleep? We don't. Okay, we're not rearranging our equipment after all. Fancy that. Oh, but there's a healing station. Nice. See, Trails of Cold Steel had a turbo button where you could speed through certain animations and stuff, and you could do that with the little jingle that happens whenever you use a healing thing. And it was kind of funny how the jingle would still play over the background music after you finished it. I didn't explain that very well, but you get what I mean, right? Let's see. 20% instant death chance. Let's go. And sadly, that time it was one of the remaining 80%. This, on the other hand, has a 100% chance of dealing damage. So, yeah, that preemptive really made a lot of difference. Seems like the enemies around here, or at least some of them, are kind of hard to figure out which side is the back, or at least sneak up on the right part of them. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I know I don't need to fight all these monsters, but... Oh, hey, there's a new enemy. A larva monster living in the darkness. Spews sticky fluid to weaken its prey. No elemental weaknesses or resistances. And it's a damp crawler. Let's see. Actually, can I hit both of them with this? No, I can't. Ah, freaking tiny line AoEs. Okay, well, let's get rid of this thing. Or almost get rid of it. Wow, it has 2 HP left. Oh, well, this ought to take care of that. I'd really like to get an aerial off on a Sepith bonus against these things. I'd really like to not miss, too. You fool, if you hadn't spent the time to cast magic, you could have actually done something.
We're good to go.
Like anything at all. Okay. Limestone Cave, warning, beware of monsters. So we don't need to go here yet, but what happens if we do? Yeah, this time I'm not going to bother straying from the path. We'll go there later. Don't worry, we won't miss out on the limestone cave. Yeah, I guess the dual strike is more consistent. It's a 100% chance of KO when it just does enough damage to deplete all of the enemy's HP. In fact, I may have been underestimating dual strike.
We're good to go.
It's just simple, yet potentially good. Effective. Oh yeah, and we don't have Cloak, and we don't have Eagle Eye. Of course. So, no easy ability to see enemies from far away this time. Hey, I can hit both of them. Yeah, they really have to be like right next to each other and for that to work. And not diagonally. Or at least not much diagonally. Okay, so we have another side path. Glad to have a map. What even is that thing? Like some sort of mutant lobster? I don't think it would have mattered which enemy I targeted there. And actually, why don't you do a Hellgate too? Hell for everyone! Good to know that those things are resistant to feint. Or is it KO that inflicts? I think it's feint. Actually, we haven't checked the monster guide in a while. Question marks? Who did we miss out on in Ruan? Let's see. Oh, well, the dogs are very immune to status effects. Okay, just the same descriptions for them. Attacks the weakest opponent first. That could be used to your advantage, actually. Okay, so that's immune to freeze, petrify, sleep, blind, seal, and faint. And just sleep and faint for that one. Alright. Another tear balm. The chest is empty, but you may now fill it with your tears. Nah, we're waiting for the later chapters of the games and series where everything goes to crap for that. And a celestial balm. Aha, you again! How many of those do we have now, actually? Wow, only 4 tear bulbs, and that's our first celestial balm. Cures KO and heals all HP. I could have sworn we got at least one of those sooner, but okay. But yeah, needless to say, that's one of those items that you just save for the very end of the game when you get more bang for your buck, unless you absolutely need it right now. I know I don't need to fight all these monsters, but time sappeth. Well, that stinks. Yeah, forget investing in hit ports at this point in the game. Like I said, every slot counts. Okay, that can hit them both. Actually, Joshua's not doing as well on CP as I'd like. I mean, it's not terrible, but... Just need to hit more things and we can get more of it back.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Okay, we're almost there. I've got to hurry. Huh? Someone's coming this way. A person? Oh. Good afternoon. Where's the fire? Good afternoon. Are you taking this road too? Well, yeah. Have you seen any lights that weren't working? Another orbit light quest. The lights along the tunnel wall, I mean. Sorry. If there are, I haven't noticed any. All of the lights we passed were still on, but we did pass one that was flickering. There's 2 rivers between it and here. That's it. It's just like I thought. Sorry, I have to hurry. I wonder if she's from Zeiss. Strange little kid. She seemed awfully flustered. Now I'm kind of worried. Hey, you want to try following her? You read my mind. I don't like the idea of a little girl wandering around here by herself. You should catch up to her and stick close. Okay, come on, let's hurry. Well, we thought we were almost there, but backtracking time. See how many monsters have respawned while we were busy with cutscenes. Or one cutscene, anyway. So their dialogue mentioned rivers. I guess I wasn't paying very close attention to say, because I didn't really see any rivers. I remember at least one bridge. Go ahead and heal, because we can. It's free. If only it restored CP. Then it would probably be broken, though. Oh, wow. The monster's already respawned. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Okay, there's the second bridge. I can't believe there are so many of them. It's going to break at this rate. Maybe this. Bearing set. Angle of elevation 20 degrees. Orbital compression at 30%. Go! If you come any closer, then I won't miss next time. I mean it. We're like, yeah, really. Oops, I think that might have made them angrier. Ah! Yeah. Huh? Hey, I remember you. We can talk later. Get back. We gotta get rid of these things first. Okay, let's see. Maybe I do want Earthwall. And also, we get her in the party. Sandwich? Yeah. Put that there. And hey, that knockback actually benefited me, because now all 3 of them got the Earth Wall. So, she does not have any CP, and doesn't really have any useful magic right now. But she can actually multi-target with the regular attacks. She can hit all 4 of them. So that's pretty convenient. Gummy juice. That sounds like a snack. Like, from the company that brought you Gushers and Fruit by the Foot. Gummy juice. Three down, 1 to go. Never mind, 2 to go. Oh, I was hoping it would go for the protected person. Oh well. Speed debuff doesn't matter too much when there's only one turn left. And we get a leathery tail. Those things didn't have any kind of tails, let alone leathery. That was scary. Thank you very much. I thought I was a goner for sure. Well, the important thing is that you're safe. But you really should be more careful. Stirring out monsters is a surefire way to get yourself eaten. But if I'd left them alone, they probably would have broken that light. Speaking of which, why would those things go after the lights anyway? Don't they do the same thing when the highway lights are switched out? The septium in those circuits is the monster's favorite food. The highway lights work to keep monsters away, but when they stop working, they have the exact opposite effect. Ah, I get it. Still, you shouldn't mess with stuff like that. Septium might be their favorite food, but little girls were probably ranking close second. Oh, sorry. Go easy there. Giving your nightmares and saying don't do that isn't exactly going to score you any points. Oh, don't be such a wet blanket. Anyway, my name's Estelle. And I'm Joshua. We're bracers affiliated with the guild. Oh, so that's why you're so tough. I'm Tita. I work as an apprentice at the central factory. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Well then, Tita, we're heading to Zeiss, so do you want to join us the rest of the way? That's right, you don't want to be around here if the monsters show up again. Really? Thank you. Would you mind waiting for a little bit? I've got to get that light fixed. Yeah, it's probably risky to leave it like that. How in the world did you know it had burned out, though? Well, I was lucky enough to notice the problem when I was looking in the computer database. It seems like a defective unit was installed here by mistake. Ah, alright, it's a good thing you caught it when you did. Computer? Database? Okay, that should do it. Sorry it took so long. Wow, calling me impressed. Well, she's an apprentice at the central factory. She has to be good. Well, I didn't do anything special. I just fixed the quartz connection and adjusted the orbital pressure. Huh? Well, it sure sounds special. It's not that big a deal. Okay, how to explain this? This orbit has a quartz circuit inside, and if that isn't properly connected, stop! The orbital energy inside the unit will have nowhere to go. As a result, the orbit won't be able to function properly. This happens sometimes with the highway lights, which means their ability to give out light and ward off monsters is compromised, so... yeah, stop. And maybe you should save the explanation for after we get on the road. I mean, if we stand around too long, the monsters, you know... Yeah, I guess so. I was just warming up, too. Phew. Well, why don't we set out for Zeiss, then? Okay. Yes, sir. Alright, so, we now have Tita in the party. Tita Russell. As you saw from the battle, she is the only character who has a natural AoE on her attacks. A small one, and point targeted, but still, being able to multi-target with just your base attack is not bad. So, what are her drawbacks? Well, look at her health, for one. Yeah, 812, 893, 491, because she's a little girl. And her orbment setup is not designed for casting either. She's clearly meant to be a physical attacker. Also, her locked slots are space, which is easily the worst element to have elemental locked, because, especially in this game, there are not a lot of good space quartz. Still, though, she might be as fragile as an incel's masculinity, but she is a useful party member to have around. And besides, she's cute. Anyway, let's head back to Zeiss, this time for real. We don't need the healing that bad. Well, I mean, I guess it's free. Oh, and she actually comes equipped with an EP cut too, which is kind of funny since she doesn't really do the casting thing. I guess she could be our Earthwall user, but we'll worry about that later once we get to the city. Probably a fair bit after we get to the city, even. Oh, almost hit the turtle. Walking, 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 walking. I guess you can kind of tell which one the main path is anyway by the fact that it has an actual road on it. Oh? The tunnel ends here. So does that mean this is the entrance to Zeiss? That's right. It leads right into the basement of the central factory. I'm excited to see it. The central factory is the pride and joy of Zeiss since it's an industrial city. I'd heard it was big, but that's about all I really know. Well, yeah, it's really huge. Anyone who's not used to the layout could get lost in a hurry. There's a creepy thought. I'm beginning to worry whether or not we'll really be able to make it to the guild. The way out to the city is up on the first floor. I'll show you how to get there. Thanks. Well, let's go in. Okay, so we're on B1 right now. Okay, what's this room? This is the elevator. It can take us from the basement to the roof. Can't say I've ever seen one of these outside of the mines. And this one seems super high-tech. Well, this is Zeiss. And since it's this is a central factory, I'm sure they have quite a few of these. They have more than one? It's the latest model, too. Maximum weight capacity 50 Torum. It can handle even heavy industrial equipment with no problem. I don't entirely get it, but it sure sounds impressive. So, how do we get it to move? Oh, you just pick which floor you want on that panel. Let's see, you want to go into the city, right? Yes, can you take us up to the first floor? Okay. Whoa. Whoa! Whoa, check out the size of this place. This is the central factory's main floor. It's where the reception desk and consumer maintenance windows are. I see, so we can get out to town from here. Oh, Tita! Miss Hazel? There you are. Supervisor Travis has been looking for you. He'd like for you to go straight to the operations room. Oh, okay, I will. Uh-oh, sounds urgent. Thank you for showing us around. It's no big deal. It's the least I can do after you beat up those monsters for me. Well, we're planning to be in Zeiss for a little while. Would you mind if we stopped by to see you again? I'd love that. Bye-bye then. What a sweet kid. I get the impression that she's a lot tougher than she looks. I agree. I always wanted a sweet, lovable little sister like her. Instead of, might I add, an obnoxious little brother. You keep saying things like that, but you're the one who's always following me around. If you want to be more like a real older sister, you need to get your head out of the clouds every now and then. Look who's talking. Anyway, all sibling rivalries aside, want to head into the city? Yeah, first I'd like to switch assignments at the guild. Plus, we can see if there's any new information on the Orbment or Dad. Sounds like a plan. Alright, so we will explore the city of Zeiss next time. I'll see you momentarily.